just running for money. I'm Love Flow Joe chasing the check. I'm really gonna run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Car moving through these Hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these Hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. I'm really just running for money. I'm Love Flow Joe chasing the check. I'm really gonna run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Car moving through these Hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these Hoovers.
Thank you, Coach. We are about 15 miles west of downtown Phoenix at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the Arizona Cardinals. On the return, here's a speedy Jamison Crowder. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Let's go get it over. Let's go get it over. Come on. Hey, take what you want. Take what you want. Hey, over here, over here.
Now the first carry for Brian Hill. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. On second down, Hill. And some room to maneuver. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
Now a first down carry. It's Hill. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Play action. Now Wilson. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A very solid gain of 27.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Don't take forever, okay?
On 2nd down, here's Penny. Down to about the 22 here. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Wilson. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. That is inches from the upright. It's no good. Wide to the left, and this will remain a scoreless game. That opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. The big man, Jarrell Casey, in on the stop.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Now let's go! 319! 319! Gone!
On 2nd down, here's Rosen. That is incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Lucky 56. Here we go now. 319. 319. Gone.
From the gun, it's Rosen. And he finds Seals Jones complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there at 22. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone. Detroit.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, here we go. Green 39! Green 39! Gun! 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 Gun!
They want to go to the air again with Rosen. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Set! 319! 319! Detroit! Detroit!
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Shaquille Griffin in on the stop defensively.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Hurry up, here we go! Green 39! Green 39! Gun! 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 Hot!
Now Rosen to throw on 2nd down. And he'll be grabbed from behind and slung down like a rag doll. Bobby Wagner coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
That's how we do it, baby!
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Gun! 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 Gun!
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Here's a give to Penny. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Right, 380!
Throwing is Wilson. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third.
A
handoff to Penny. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Let's go, 14. Move the team.
Play action. It's Wilson. He'll buy some time right. His throw incomplete. Well, too much oomph. Too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Wilson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. K1 short. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39. All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56. Gun, 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 gun.
They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. Underneath for Johnson. He's got room to run past the 20 as they'll finally stop him at the 23-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a Turkey Bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
All right, here we go. Green 39, green 39. Detroit, Detroit.
They go play action here on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jordan Jenkins. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack.
Right,
2nd and 19.
Lucky 56. Here we go now.
Rosen will throw. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now let's go. Green 39.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, You'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. He'll take it a few steps in front of the 50. Now he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Hill, and a solid run down inside the 30. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
On 2nd down now, Hill might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. Run. 2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. More from the desert after this. The Seahawks on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll run it here. This is James White. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that 1st. An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. 1st and 10 at the 19. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. In for the score. And the Seahawks are able to strike for 6.
Man, he just ran a terrific route. Extremely hard to defend when it's run that precisely and the ball's delivered that accurately.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 7-0. Here's Myers now to kick it away. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And a pretty slick return there as he's up just shy of the 45-yard line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Detroit! Detroit!
On 2nd down, Rosen. And his throw here's incomplete. Vance McDonald, the tight end, was the target. And it's 3rd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. The Cardinals on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Now Rosen. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. That goes as a gain of 37 on 3rd down.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10.
Set! Green 39! Green 39! Hot!
From the red zone now, here's Rosen on 1st down. Screen play, Johnson. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down. Cardinals got to go quickly, hustling to the line. On 2nd down, Johnson. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal.
Hurry up, here we go! Green 39! Green 39! Over! Watch you now, Barney! Barney!
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he'll take this one down inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. They'll run it with Johnson. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this 1st half. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here.
Gun! Detroit! Gun!
Here's Rosen to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a give to White. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors. But overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
Off the play fake. Here's Rosen. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And some room to roam now. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown, Cardinals. J.J. Nelson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
And he went all the way into the end zone. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. Now it's Crowder. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at about the 32. The drive starts with a run by White. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They stay on the ground with White. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
19.
Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. Man open. That's Damian Ratley. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big 30-yard play on 3rd. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Wilson on 1st down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Go, 14.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. And a dump off to White. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It's a gain of 6 on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. To throw again is Wilson. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first. But at least it's 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And he's he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good, and we will remain tied here in this third quarter. So it's his second miss of the game. They both hurt. This one especially so. Yeah, you've got a chance to give your guys a second-half lead, and they're counting on you to put them in front. And I tell you, there's no one more disappointed than he is that he let his guys down.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And some room to work. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. Unable to corral him, he fights through. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now a handoff, Johnson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. The Cardinals on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time it's third and 3.
Gone. Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
To throw is Rosen. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Bobby Wagner in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Penny. Able to make one man miss, but he will be corralled around the 10-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this second down call after that type of a gain.
Come on, let's go. Check 50. Ready for one word.
And they'll run it again with Penny. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The Seahawks on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Here's Wilson. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Rolling to his right. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Lucky 56.
On 1st down, it's Rosen. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. As his guys are in for 6. And the Cardinals are in for 6. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Hauschka with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. Now it's Crowder. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Got it. 14.
Now Wilson. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. third down pass falls incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And whatever adjustments they made at intermission, they're working because the first half they didn't look so hot. Now they seem to be clicking.
And you know me really well, partner. A lot of the time I like to downplay the idea of adjustments. Maybe it's just they executed better. But in this case, I think you're right on to something. They look so much sharper, so much better. They obviously saw something they needed to change, and they did exactly that.
Change is working right now. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Gone! Gone! Gone, gone! All right, here we go. 3-19! 3-19!
Rosen off the play action. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 17.
Now let's go! Green 39! Green 39! Detroit! Detroit!
Now it's Rosen. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? It creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
He'll take it at the 42. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. The 1st down carry. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. After the penalty, it's Penny. He'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And the Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 9. Wilson. And incomplete here on 3rd down. Now, before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now, here's Michael Dixon. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Set! 319! 319! Gun! 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 Gun!
Now Rosen on first down. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And now it's Rosen looking. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
On 2nd down, here's Rosen. And he will find his man on the outside. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The Cardinals on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Here we go now. 319. 319.
Again, it's Rosen. From left side, it's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. And a big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28. A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing now, Rosen on 1st down. Throw right side, going to be caught by Seals-Jones. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down.
Now let's go. Green 30.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Seahawks have recovered. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson eluding the pressure right. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Now it's Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Third and long It's Wilson, flushed out right. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fielded at about the 28. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to go thank the guys on D.
A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
On 2nd down, Rosen. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And defensively trying to beat the 2-minute warning with a timeout, and they do. Calling it with 2:04 left. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Detroit!
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Dayon Buchanan in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This will be 3rd and 19. Back to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards on the play.
14.
They'll look to throw. pressure there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
They'll hand it off now. Johnson. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November. I don't know about you, partner, but watching them take the knee there and finish this one off, I feel like I'm going to be sore tomorrow. This was one bruising affair. Low scoring, but my kind of football.
Not a work of art, but maybe in your world, a little bit of a work of art. You like the defensive side.
I thought it was pretty. I can't help myself. I thought it was pretty.
And it ends in a kneel down as the clock rolls down to zeros. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Arizona, the win moves them a couple games over 500 now at 7-5. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Washington Redskins. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they fall to 6-6 now on the campaign. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon.